Hello and welcome back to another video. My name is Mike, and I do videos on various big games. Uh, I just choose big games and I talk about them, not just West Ham. I do match reactions on other games as well. Manchester United lost to Bayern Munich 1-0, and Man United are officially not just out of the Champions League, but out of Europe in general. Now, there's obviously been a lot of pressure under Ten Hag, but before we get into that, make sure to like the video and subscribe if you're new, and thank you for the support recently. This was expected, but I'll be honest, the game as a neutral was awful. I think in terms of big games in the Champions League, I generally think this is probably one of the worst I've watched. If you're talking about the expectation going into it, it's Man United by Munich. It's not the same Man United, and you could even argue, even though they're still winning Bundesliga, it's not the same Bayern Munich. I don't rate Thomas Tuchel to that level, to be honest. He did well to win Chelsea the Champions League, but that was very good momentum off the back of the second half of the season. That happens with a new bounce, and they played really well, Chelsea, in that campaign. But Tuchel is, like, when I watch a Tuchel team, when it's settled, I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know what the style is. I don't know what the intentions are when I'm going into a game. I'm seeing a lot of good players play for Bayern that are linking up well and playing okay football. But it's like okay football because it's the quality of footballers that they are, rather than me seeing some intricate stuff, some good link up play. I'm seeing Harry Kane drop as deep as he was under Mourinho against at Tottenham. I think Leroy Sané had a weird game today where he should have just shot more, and he should have took more chances. If I'm being completely honest, but that's just my opinion. If I'm being honest, it wasn't the greatest of games. Like, just in general, it just wasn't the greatest of games. Like, I didn't expect Man United to not concede just one. I expected them to concede more. Apparently now Ten Hag has found it fine to play Varane now. Apparently Varane can play with Maguire. But before, it was more of Maguire's playing instead. Shaw is still playing instead of Varane. But he's actually playing Varane this time. Which makes me think, with Maguire going off injured and Luke Shaw going off injured, is the back four going to really be Dalot, Evans, Varane and Wan-Bissaka for their game against Liverpool at Anfield? And we all know they're going to lose. But Liverpool genuinely have a chance, no matter how off their attack has been maybe recently to their standards. They have a chance to even make a record of a scoreline, in my opinion. Bruno Fernandes and Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw all being out for Man United is advantage for Man United. Luke Shaw isn't the left back that everyone thinks he is. Like, the guy will have a good season, bad season, good season, bad season, won't turn up in a big game. He got absolutely spun by Coman today. The guy was turning so slow. It looked like he was body popping, but in slow motion. And I just think with Maguire, yeah, cool. The form's been good recently, but did you see the disallowed goal against Bournemouth? That's Maguire stuff. I think it's very over exaggerated. Some of the form Maguire is in. We're literally paying, like, giving them credit and being like giving him pity for closing down an angle. That's what a defender's meant to do. Like, I rate him for the tackle again. There was a sick tackle he did against Bournemouth that I really rate him for. And there's been parts where I'm like, yeah, this is really good. As a West Ham fan, though, I still didn't want him and I still won't take him. But, listen, well done. But even against, I think it was Montenegro or something for England, he even was shit in that game as well. So you're never going to really get as consistent form as people are thinking. And I'm seeing all this revisionism about Rafael Varane at Man United. And Rafa Varane isn't reliable when it comes to injuries and stuff, but there was a point where Man United were doing really well when Casemiro, Martinez and Varane were the spine of Man United, and they were doing really well. But everyone's changed their mind over all them players, and I think there's a reason why players look worse when they come to Man United. It's because it's Man United and they ruin talent. That's what Man United are kings of doing. And everyone's got this debate. I see this debate with nearly every club, but a manager's under pressure. And yeah, your owners are the bigger issue. No shit. But when it comes to falling under expectation, Ten Hag came into Man United when they were 6th. Then won the Carabao Cup and got them into top 4. Top 4 is probably not the be all and end all if you're a Man United fan, but if you're talking first season, then fair play. And a Carabao Cup, listen, I know a lot of people discount the Carabao Cup. I used to do that as well, and I'm a West Ham fan. But a trophy's a trophy. You'd think it kickstarts something. But I think the next week they got beat 7-0 by Liverpool, and even ever since that result, Man United have not looked the same since. I don't get the hype with Anthony. Well, not the hype. No one likes Anthony. But I never got the attraction. Like, I think he's got a good shot on him, but even that, I'm seeing shots going wayward now from Anthony when he's whipping them in with his left foot coming inside. Garnacho is a good, like, young player coming up. But if you keep putting pressure on the kid, he's not going to fulfill your expectations into the fucking next Ronaldo or whatever Man United fans think. He's improving as a starter because the guy couldn't, especially even at the start of the season, every time this guy started the game, it was looking dreadful. I didn't think he did anything good today, but I think as of recent, he's doing better as a starter. I thought against Chelsea, he was doing good. But in general, when do Man United players turn up in big games? Bruno Fernandes, this guy never turns up in a big game. Maybe excluding the Barcelona game in the Europa League last year. At their home game, I've never seen this guy turn up for a big game in my life. But listen, if you pop up with the occasional goal, I guess that's turning up for a big game, isn't it? Bruno Fernandes will give you a goal, a very good final ball, and maybe a good strike on him. But as a number 10, as a quote-unquote number 10, is he the guy to pop up in spaces and dictate a game? No, he's not. No, he's not. Is he the guy to really link up play with the wingers and get the ball into the strikers like at a consistent basis? No, he's not. He's got a good pass to him, and we need to see if we're putting Fernandes to a high pedestal, which I don't rate him at. You need to see him turn up at the Etihad, at Anfield, at St James's Park, and more assists like the one for Martial's goal against Everton. You need to see more of that on a consistent basis. And yeah, you can say it's the team. We've seen Fernandes for nearly 4 years now. Nearly 4 years, because he joined in 2020, I think. And the PR has been off the scale ever since the guy joined Man United. They tried to put him in team of the season after 4 games when it was that's the BBC for you, but none of that made any sense. And if we're talking Man United in general, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know where they're going. I don't know what their identity is. Do I think the manager should go? Yes, because he's a big underachiever. And the guy threw out his whole Ajax style in the first place because he said he didn't have the players to play the Man United style. Well, if you don't have the players, go and get the players to suit your style. But this guy hasn't elevated. This guy hasn't evolved. And if you look at Ange Postecoglou coming into Tottenham and instantly getting style of football in his first game of pre-season, it's not really many excuses. If you're a good enough coach, you're a good enough coach. You can install it into certain types of players. And a lot of these Man United players need to leave as well. The guys that have let them down off the batterings, then go on a purple patch and then people try and save them, they need to go as well. You need a whole clear-up, and an actual clear-up. Because every time a Man United manager goes and then a manager comes back, it's always, we're restarting now. But you guys never really do restart. A couple fringe players might go. You might see a Fred go. You might see a Van der Beek go in January. But that's not a big overhaul, is it? McTominay's still there. Maguire's still there. Fernandes is there. Martial's there. Luke Shaw is there. Wan-Bissaka's there. Diogo Dalot is there. Like, just because De Gea is left doesn't mean everyone else has left either. And I feel sorry for this Højlund guy because he's clearly not good enough for Man United. And we'll give him a chance to see if he kicks on for the next season. But this guy barely scored in Italy. And I didn't watch him in Italy. But if you're looking at a goal record just purely from a striker, and I don't do stat-based opinions, then are they ready-made to go to the next level? It's a bit like Nicholas Jackson at Chelsea. Has he done enough at another level to even get to the Premier League? And get into a physical league and be the focal point of an attack? I don't think so. But that's it from me. Man United have been knocked out. It's kind of embarrassing. They will be playing one game a week pretty much with Tottenham and Chelsea. And yeah. Make sure to like the video and subscribe if you're new. Social medias are in the description if you want to follow me and email for any inquiries. And I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.